Good morning everyone, it's Yvonne here to do your What's Cracking reading. Firstly, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. If you are interested in a personal reading with me, doing coaching with me, or following me in any way, shape or form, everything should be in the box below, but you can whip over to the Aussie Goddess Facebook page and like my page, where everything's pinned to the top of the page. The other thing too is that gets you notified about my once a month live card pulls on Facebook. Generally go live on Instagram today, hopefully can today, don't think there's going to be any interruptions, and live on YouTube on Wednesday. And don't forget to catch up with me on TikTok. We're going to use the Romantic Tarot for your reading today. Still raining in Australia. Crazy rain. Crazy, crazy rain. That's what happens when you come to the end of a drought. Oh, okay, that's really interesting. Four of Swords. The Two of Swords kept bumping out yesterday, and today we have the Four of Swords. So there might need to be some time out taken here. You might have somebody around you that's in hospital at the moment, or needing some sort of recuperation. Alrighty. Let's start at the very beginning. Two of Wands coming through here. Okay, so the Two of Wands is a card that talks of a new pathway being opened up to you. It's a choice of which way to go. It's like being at a crossroads, I guess. But it generally is because the old way you were doing things is sort of coming to an end and you're being led in a slightly different direction. So it's like one avenue is being closed off to you to open you up to something new. So it could be that you're sort of heading in a slightly different direction because you've maybe gone into a relationship. You might be heading in that direction because you've got a new job. But for some of you here, it could be just that you're deciding that the way you were going was not suiting you anymore. You might be starting to understand your own progression. You may have done some healing, for example. And you might be starting to realize that what you've been doing up until now is not working anymore. So there's a definite change in direction here. Now, for some of you, this is a direct result of some sort of offer coming through. The Knight of Cups is generally a love offer. He's very much the knight on the white horse. But it can mean that you're being offered something in the way of a job or an opportunity which makes you feel very good. The cups represent creativity, but something you love to do here coming through. And I feel like it's whatever it is for you, it's moving you in a slightly different direction. I also am not really sure if you saw what was happening coming, because it sort of feels to me like this may be an opportunity that's coming out of the blue here. It doesn't feel like it was anything you sort of knew about or you could predict or something. All right, so we have the Knight of Wands coming through here with the Five of Swords. Rightio, now I get it. Okay, with the Chariot. There's some sort of indication here that something is going to be offered to you that you may not expect, and it could be a little sort of life-changing in that it steers you in a different direction. I feel like here there's something, it's almost, the energy is like something falling into place that perhaps has been out of kilter for a while. So maybe you've been sort of traveling in a different direction and haven't really been focused on where you're going so much, and this is going to bring you back to your focus. It's going to bring some sort of energy or passion back to you. The Chariot does talk about sort of bringing the opposing forces into one direction. So I feel like here perhaps you've been sort of either floundering, not making a decision, or maybe you didn't know what decision to make. And someone is going to make you an offer here that's going to help you see which is the right way to go, because now you're moving rapidly in the right direction. Manifestation. Okay, so there seems to be something that's coming at you here that's going to change your directions just a little bit and set you off in the right direction. It's like you've been either floundering. It doesn't feel like an absolute crossroads, you see. It doesn't feel like you've actually come to, you know, a point where you can't go any further. It just feels like you're doing this. So it's like you're sort of slightly veering in a new direction, but it's going to be much better for you because it's helping you here to identify the direction you want to go in. So maybe you've been sort of plodding along for a while and all of a sudden somebody offers you a job that really appeals to you. So it's like you're sort of just veering off a little bit. All right, let's see where we're going. Okay, so we have the Page of Wands coming through. So there must be some sort of message, notification, some sort of communication coming through here. Let's see what this little page is up to. All right, we have the Death card coming through. You may be getting a message from a Scorpio here. All right, so we have the Ten of Swords. Yes, you're closing out something else because we have the Wheel of Fortune. Because there's something coming in here that is part of your destined pathway, but I feel like it's almost like you've been coasting along for a while and haven't really had a good direction of where you want to go. Maybe you have been floundering. Maybe it has taken some sort of change in your circumstances here. Because there seems to be perhaps a complete change. So even though it's only taking you in a different direction, it's changing something after you change direction. And I feel like you're letting go of something that perhaps you thought was going to be there for a while. Something's just taken you off direction now. That's what it feels like. It feels like you were going in the right direction. Something steered you a little bit off direction, but you're allowing that to go to get into the direction you want to go in. That's what it feels like. Okay. All right, so we have the Nine of Wands coming through here. Okay, so I see what's going on now. Nine of Swords. Wow. Okay, and the Queen of Swords coming through. There is some sort of decision that needs to be made. So you may have been sort of slightly going off track here a little bit. You may have sort of moved in a slightly different direction. And I feel like you've realized that and you're trying to recalibrate here, or you're trying to work out the direction you need to go in. That's what it is. And you're moving now towards where you need to go. There's a cycle that needs closing out, and it looks as though you've been either trying to avoid the end of a cycle, or you've been trying to, I think it's avoiding the end of some sort of cycle. I feel like you've been trying to end some sort of cycle, because the universe here is showing nines and then the Queen of Swords, which says to me something needs to be closed out here. You need to go through another transformation. You need to allow yourself to be taken in the direction that the universe is guiding you. Maybe you've been resisting the universe. Maybe you've been pushing against the universe here and not allowing the universe to take you in the direction you should have been going in. That's what it might be. You might have had some sort of delay, I want to say. Let's keep going. All right, so we have the Knight of Pentacles. I think just about all the knights have come out here. Ace of Wands, rightio. Something is going to help you move in the direction you should have been heading in. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo here. Their energy is very strong in this particular card. But it's like somebody's going to help you get back on track here. Because you're going to take on this new direction. And it's sort of a strange energy, because I'm not really sure if this person is coming. There's the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. All right. So it feels to me like you've been distracted, I want to say. I feel like you've been distracted by something here, something that's taken you in a slightly different direction. But what you've done in going in that direction is you've avoided closing out a cycle. And the universe is saying here, we've got all these things that need to be closed out. We've got a brand new start for you, but you've sort of gone off track a little bit. We need to pull you back on track and move you towards your 10 of Pentacles. Somebody is coming in here to help you see how to move in the right direction. I feel really strongly with this Knight of Pentacles because it's a very slow moving knight, and I feel like somehow or another either you are getting information from somebody, or you may be accessing something. I feel like this is you moving very slowly. I feel like it's almost like you've been floundering, because it doesn't look like you've sort of made a big burst. It's almost like you've just started sort of, I don't know, trickling off down the wrong pathway. And this 10 of Pentacles says to me, somehow or another, you've sort of lost sight of your goal here. So have you got distracted in some way, shape or form? Let's get a little bit more information. All right, so here I have the Two of Wands. There is some sort of change of direction here. There's a change in the wind. I feel that somebody's either making an offer to you, or you're starting to understand something and moving. Maybe you're starting to understand that you're avoiding the close of something. Maybe you've got accustomed to the person who's around you. Maybe you've got accustomed to a job that isn't really good. Maybe you're just going with the flow because you don't want to make the decision, and you know you've got to make a decision here. Something is changing here. Something is arousing your passion, getting your curiosity up, because you're moving away from something and you're directing yourself towards your manifestation. So maybe you've grown, what do they say? Grown accustomed. It's like you've sort of accepted something and you've forgotten about your passion. And it's like you've accepted some sort of status quo. Maybe you've stopped visualizing your future. Maybe you've given up on things because they weren't coming your way. But something here says to me that you're about to find that passion again. Somebody's going to give you a little bit of a nudge here to get you in the right direction. I mean, it looks like a message. So it could be somebody saying to you, you know, something that maybe so-and-so's got jobs going and you move in a different direction to get the job. Or somebody might just remind you of what you were doing before, enough for you to sort of pick up and move in that direction. It's sort of an energy of complacency. That's the word I'm looking for. Rightio. It's like you've become complacent. You've lost sight of your goal or your dream. This isn't a bad thing, but what it's done is it's sort of left you sitting on like an energy of not really going in the right direction, but it's like you've lost your passion. So something is going to come in to help you to sort of arouse that passion again, to get you going, to get you moving in the right direction. Complacency, that is what it feels like you've just accepted. So maybe you were waiting for something for a really long time. It wasn't coming, so you stopped doing what you needed to do. That sort of energy. We have the Fool card. I couldn't have picked a better card to say, well, this is where you're going here, because there's some sort of leap of faith that's required here. Six of Swords, moving away from this energy and completing that cycle. That's exactly what I've been saying. So I feel like here you're getting to take some sort of leap of faith here with the Fool card. They're asking you to take a jump, to move away from what you've been currently doing and close out this cycle. So maybe some of you have got to the end of this journey and this cycle that's been coming for a long time. Somehow or another you may be avoiding it. It doesn't look like it's painful here. It just looks like it's moving you in another direction. It doesn't look painful. It just makes it look like you need to make the decision. Look, and this is the energy you need to be in here with the Queen of Wands. You could be dealing with a Leo, Sag or Aries, but I feel like this is more like the energy you're moving into. There seems to be an energy of having to cut something out, let something go, move in a different direction, but something looks like you've been avoiding. And it feels like complacency. So it's not like you've been avoiding it because it's painful. It looks like you've been avoiding it because it might be too much trouble, or you're bored, or you just sort of need to move in a new direction. All right, we're going to read an oracle card from the Journey of Love here. So if you feel like you've come to a little bit of a stick, if you feel like you're spinning your wheels, if you feel like you're not moving in the right direction, you need to move in the right direction. I feel like somebody's going to give you a little bit of news or a little bit of something to get your passion back again. You need a little bit of a kickstart. Heart of the moment. You are entering a time in your life where past and future are colliding. So maybe it was intentional from the universe. In this present moment, you have a powerful opportunity to decide how you wish to continue in a certain pattern of relating or not. This may mean leaving a relationship or starting a new one. But even if you cannot yet make that decision with peace in your heart, you can still partake of the heart of the moment and decide how you should choose to be. Will you speak? Will you let go of shame and criticism, of judgment and anxiety, of loss and despair, and just be with your own heart now? Will you choose in this moment to trust yourself, even if its trust says you have to wait a while longer before you can make a more long-term decision? This is a time when you can alter your future, stepping into a relationship with another, with the divine, with yourself in a new way. Even the smallest choice for love is a step in the best direction. You have the heart of the divine with you. It's not hard for you to choose love. Let go of the people who want you to choose jealousy or fear or doubt. Their games are not nearly as fun. Choose love, and who knows, maybe they'll join your party instead. This oracle brings you a message. You are in a transition zone. Okay, interesting. That's why we have the Death card here. In your life and relationships, wow. It is one moment that will manifest as many opportunities, where one choice will open up many pathways to fulfillment for you. We always have the chance to create our future with our present choices, but at this time you are in an especially fertile karmic period, having just come out of a cycle of learning and about to enter into a new cycle. This is the time to be willing to take a chance or a risk, to be happy within yourself, no matter what is going on around you. Your life is about to take a karmic turn, and you can feel peace in that knowing. Very beautiful card to get with that reading. Oh, I love what I do. All right, I'm going to read you the poem here. Love provides the opportunity to express the core essence of our very nature. It touches us at a level of feeling beyond the human norm and renders our beings incapable of a feeling with greater depth or wonder. Love is the fabric of life. It is the substance that holds it all together and the magic that opens the unknown. It is the quality that speaks to our soul, that opens our heart, that excites our spirit and allows us in its presence to become something greater than ourselves, something more than we are alone. Wonderful. Have a great day. Thank you.